All right, today we're going to take a look at one of our previous programs, which was called the Psychic Guessing Game. And we're going to go ahead and do a little tweaking with it with some loops. So I have here with me a file that I made, Psychic Guessing Game Loops. And we're basically just going to take our Psychic Guessing Game that we made before, and we're going to add on to it. Now I can simply just open up our old one. Psychic Guessing Game, there it is, ta-da. And what I can do is just kind of copy all this over. Now, previously, the way this program worked, we would run it, guess the secret number, and the secret number is between 1 and 10, so 6. I guess too high, the number is actually 4. So we're going to take this same project and we're going to use a loop for this and essentially just keep going until we get it right. And we're also going to change the number range a little bit. So I can just kind of copy all this over. We need our import random here. We need our secret number. We'll leave that the same for right now. We need to guess the input. And then, of course, we need to check to see if it's correct, if it's not, if it's too high, too low. Now, with all my code that I've got here, I have to guess it correctly, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap a loop pretty much around this code, which means I'm going to have to tab it all over. I also want to loop until the secret is the same as the guess. So I'm just going to make guess equal -1 or something, which is not one of the answers, so this loop will go regardless. And then I can just simply do a simple loop. Now, if you don't remember how loops worked, you can again open up any other loop project that we did, intro loops, for example. Here's a simple while loop, which is what I'm going to typically use for this. Of course, a for loop wouldn't be advisable in this one because a for loop goes a certain number of times. I don't know how many times it's going to take this person to guess. I want them to go until they get it right. So what I'm going to do is basically just use a while loop here. And we're just going to keep going until they do it, basically put in the right answer. I'm just going to minimize that for the moment. All right, so while, in this case, guess does not equal secret, like that. Now I'll need to tab things over because I want all of this to be inside that loop. And with Python, everything that's tabbed over is inside the loop or inside the statement, like so. So this will keep going until I get this correct. Now I could have another else here like I did with my previous thing for when the program is over with. But I'll leave it as it is and we'll see how it runs. Let's give it a quick test. Alright, guess your secret number. It's going to be between 1 and 10. So if I go 6, I guess too high, the number is actually 3. I should probably take that out since I'm getting him permanent guesses, but 0, and if I count in 3, it should tell me it's correct. Now, oh, well, we see our first bug here. While guess does not equal secret. Okay, it's still going. Let's see, 3. Oh, well, it seems I'm going to basically just keep trying, so I'm going to cancel that out. All right, well, let's see. Why is it continuously going? Oh, because it's guess in that I need. So it's actually going to have to be guess in here. One small little mistake there. I forgot that I had my input and I had to convert it. So we'll just run this once more. And I'll type in 6. Well, 3, okay, 3 again. 2, okay. If I type in 3, you guessed correctly, and then my program ended, like it should have. There we go. So fixed. Now I can do this from 1 to 100 as well. Now if I run this, now if there's 1 to 10, I have a 10% chance to get it right. I'm going to go ahead and take out the correct number here, so I don't know what it is. There we go. If I know the number, I can just immediately guess it. But if I don't, well, I have to keep trying. So there's a 10% chance I will get this right on the first try. If I fail, well, I actually have like, I think it's like a 12 or 13% chance on the next try. If I fail that, well, then I have yet like a 16% or something chance on the next one. And I can keep doing that. And my percentage chance of getting it correct goes higher and higher with every guess. Now, what about if it's 100? My first guess, I have a 1% chance to get it right because there's 100 choices. My second guess, 2% chance, 3%, you know, it's just going to keep going up and up. But there's actually a couple of ways you can kind of tweak that in your favor depending on math and some numbers. So if I run this, oh no, I've malfunctioned something. Let's see, right here, there we go. Put my quotes back up. Got it. Now, I can get this guessed in 7 guesses. If it's 100 numbers, I can do it in 7. Even though I told you, you know, 1%, 2%, 3%, 7 guesses, I can do this, and I'll show you how. So I'm going to choose 50. I guessed too high. 25. I'm still guessing too high, okay? 13. My guess is too low. That's 3 guesses so far. Okay. So let's see what we got here. 19. My guess is too high. Okay, that's 4 guesses. All right, let's try this again. About here, I guess. I'm too high, okay. So that's 5 guesses. Let's go for the next one. 6 guesses. 7 guesses. I believe I said I could do it in 7, and there you go. Now, if you're paying close attention, you probably noticed that there was a bit of a pattern that I followed here. You know, it's true that if I pick 1, I have a 1% chance to get it right. If I pick 2, well, I still have, it's a little higher than 1%, but if I pick 3, it's a little higher than that. It goes up if I just keep going down this list. But if I do this, I pick 50, and if I know which direction my number is, I can basically just cut 50 numbers off. So my first guess basically chose the middle number, and I knew that it was too high. So it's not 51 to 100. So now I only have 50 numbers to guess the next one. I chose halfway between 0 and 50, which is 25, and I'm still too high. So now I only have 25 numbers, or 24 numbers to guess. So every time I go down this list, I cut that in half. 13 numbers. I've got, 6 numbers. I've got 3 numbers. I've got 2 numbers. I've got basically the last number there. 1 number left to guess. And I can do this with 100. If I do it with 1,000, it will take a little bit more than 7 guesses, but 1,000, 500, 250, 125, you could easily do basically the same operation and do it in significantly less than the maximum number. All right, so this is your random math here, or not random math, but this is your random psychic guessing game. So I just moved everything over and then just had a loop wrapped around it. That's essentially all that happened. I had these 2 lines basically added and everything moved over. So if you have any issues or anything, feel free to let me know. But that is your psychic guessing game.